Hi everybody, Pastor Kirk here. Here's wishing you the awesomest Christmas ever. Wow, did I get soaked last Sunday at church? Did you? When I left home in the morning, it was sprinkling so lightly I didn't even think to grab an umbrella. But by the end of church, it was raining sideways and it was raining hard and the wind was gusting. Mary's donkey got blown over on the plaza on its way to Bethlehem. So did the angel Gabriel. I had my grandkids with me, and you're standing at the car door buckling your 1-year-old into his car seat. It was like somebody turned a fire hose on me. Anyway, those of you who braved the elements and came out for church, God bless you. Hey, right now rain is scheduled for Christmas Eve, but don't let that keep you from coming to our Christmas Eve celebrations. 4 o'clock is the family service with the youth choir and the cherub choir and the worship band. 7 o'clock is our blended service with choir, orchestra, and praise team. Both of those are candlelight services. The turning point in history was when God took our humanity on himself and entered our world. BC became AD, and the world has never been the same. It is more than a reminder to ourselves. It's a message to the world when Christians mark their holiday with a holy celebration of Christmas Eve. So come on out Thursday evening. Haven't you loved walking across our new plaza, courtyard, whatever you want to call it, between the kids and the youth building and the Family Life Center and the sanctuary? The twinkling Christmas trees, the nativity vignettes, the holiday music make it just the most charming and festive place it's ever been. Several of those nativity scenes are perfect location shots, by the way, for a family photo. This year I've had the most fun shopping for Christmas that I can remember. That activity does not ordinarily make my fun list. It's right up there, with a root canal. But this year I haven't had to leave the house and drive to the mall and brave all the holiday crowds. I go online, I Google Christmas presents for your wife or Christmas presents for your kids. And then pop a dozen websites run by elves, no doubt, suggesting about 100 different gift ideas. A lot of them I would never have thought of. Gold flaked iPhone case, wooden sunglasses, a heart-shaped umbrella, a retro Polaroid camera that takes instant selfies, granite chillers. Never heard of those. A fashionable replacement for ice cubes. All you have to do is click buy and boom, it's on its way to your front door. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Hey, as you look for gifts for the people you love, don't forget your church. Boy, it would be so great if we could eliminate our $70,000 deficit, finish the calendar year in the black. And our Christmas offering letter went out this week. Hope you all open it. Hope you return it with a gift. Last week we had our church staff Christmas party, and it was a blast. Isn't it great when the people you work with and have to spend a big chunk of your day around are also some of the funnest people? So we feasted on barbecued tri-tip, homemade mac and cheese, sautéed asparagus, roasted rosemary potatoes, braised beets with goat cheese and a balsamic vinegar dressing. Okay, I could pass on that. But, girls, they love them. And pecan pie. Best Christmas lunch ever. Then we played a game. 3 teams each got a sack of costumes and props, and they had to use all the items to create a living nativity with everyone playing a part. And in the sack, for example, was a chicken head, a centurion's helmet, pair of pajamas, a super soaker, besides the usual bathrobes and tunics. Plus, they had to pick a carol as their theme song. So, Team 1, of course, picked the chicken dance. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-dum. It's now a Christmas carol, turns out. Team 3 did a remix of All I Want for Christmas Is You. And if you go on our website, I think we've got a link to that astonishing video. Pastor Cliff appearing in a leopard print Elvis outfit with goggles as one of the manger animals. Looks like something out of a Mad Max movie. Very scary. Team 2 had a live birth on stage. We will not show that picture. Chris Etoff playing Mary. Try not to picture that. Howard was baby Jesus. So was Lori Balby in a polka dot onesie. It was definitely the Christmas story as you have never imagined. And it was a hoot. Hey, let me just remind you, coming up next month in the new year, 2016 is going to be awesome. We get back into the Believe series with a 10-week emphasis on spiritual fitness. The new year is a great time to get back into shape. How about getting back into spiritual shape with part 2 of the habits and disciplines of the Christian life. Then we're going to have some Sunday morning adult classes that are going to attract you. Bob Quadro's teaching Joshua, Bob Finkbonner's teaching the Gospel of John, Tim and his team are teaching a marriage class called Marital Arts as opposed to Martial Arts. And after that, Cliff will be teaching a discovery class, which is what we're now calling our new members class. And then in the middle of January, we've scheduled a weekend conference, January 15 and 16, Friday night, Saturday until 3:30. It's called Understanding and Answering Islam. It'll be hosted at our church. It'll be over in the worship center, featuring some of today's leading Christian apologists and Islam scholars. And that's going to be a live web broadcast produced by the Ravi Zacharias International Ministries. That's one of the premier Christian apologetic ministries today. Friday, Saturday, January 15 and 16. And I think you're going to want to invite friends and neighbors and coworkers to that, because it'll be a huge educational event as well as a kind of a Christian education event. Okay? Hey, that's all for now, church, and I'll see you on Sunday and then Christmas Eve.